Hi there, it's Stacy from Chicken Hughes, and I'm going to tell you some great places that you can buy chicks, buy chickens, or buy hatching eggs. So, you'd like to buy some chicks or hatching eggs or even full-grown chickens. Where can you get them? So many times new chicken people don't know where that first step is to get them. They may know there's hatcheries, but they're not sure where. And they may limit themselves to only mail order chicks too. I'd like to show you a couple other great options that you have and a way you can find some really neat things too. If you have a computer, you have the ability to find some really neat breeds of chickens or different kinds of poultry. It doesn't have to be just chickens. But it also opens you up to find some hatching eggs and things too. I really like Craigslist. I do a lot on Craigslist. So far, I have not been killed. My mom is very scared of that, but it's gone well so far. You want to go to your local Craigslist, and it's Craigslist.org. And you can locate what state you're in or what area, and you're going to find most of this in the farm and garden section. And that's going to bring up all kinds of different things from farm and garden, and you can just do a search for chickens, for chicks, for hatching eggs, whatever it is you're looking for, and you might find someone really close by that has something that you've been looking for. So I love Craigslist and use it a lot. Another option is, of course, good old Facebook. There are several local groups in my area that sell poultry, some poultry trading groups, some farm swaps, things like that. That's another place you can go. On that note, there are swap meets sometimes. I'll tell you, I've not been to a swap meet. I don't really have anything against them. I just am afraid what I'll come home with because I have trouble walking away from things like maybe goats or something that might be there. So local swap meet is another place that you could look at too. Then of course you have your online hatcheries, and if you just do a Google search of hatcheries, it's going to bring hatcheries up that are close to you, and it's always good to try to find something in your kind of regional area of the country when you're shipping chicks. They'll just get there faster. That's what I tend to like to do. There are so many different hatcheries out there, and you can find a lot of information. Sometimes it's just the best way to go. If you're looking for a variety and you know what you want, works out great. I order from hatcheries quite a bit. There is a website called backyardchickens.com, and I will put all of this down in the description of the video. If you don't know about this, it's a great resource just in general for having chickens. But they have a little forums or a section in their forums for buy, sell, and trade. In there you can look for chicken hatching eggs, you can look for chicks, you can look for full-grown chickens that people are selling or rehoming in your area. So that's also a great thing. I have ordered hatching eggs off there several times, and I even sell on there. Let's see, what else? Don't forget your local feed store. We have a great feed store locally here, and they do all kinds of poultry. And I remember the first time I ordered chickens, I ordered them from this feed store. They have chick days where they have special pricing on a few days in the spring. And I remember I went through their list and I ordered 2 Buff Orpingtons, 2 Barred Rocks. The kids and I went through and picked out like 2 of everything. They probably hated me. But check your local feed stores. And by that, I mean TSC has chicks. We'll talk about that too. But this is a more locally owned feed store, and they can get you just about anything that you want. They special order like exhibition quality bantams, things like that. So don't forget to call around those local feed stores and see. And the other good thing about this, they have those chicks shipped in, but they also take the losses. Whereas if you're having them shipped to yourself, there's nothing more heartbreaking than to open your box of chicks and find a bunch of them that haven't made it, and then you're messing around trying to get new ones or get refunds. The feed store does all that for you. So, and you, in this case anyway, you have control over what you're getting. You can get your order all together. And of course, here's the TSC website. But your local feed store, TSC, Big R, maybe a locally owned feed store will have chicks a lot of times in the spring. And they just kind of get in what they get in. You don't have a lot of options with that. They usually have minimum orders. I think at TSC it's 6 or something, but it's a great way to buy chicks. It's a perfect way to buy chicks, as a matter of fact. So that's another option. In the spring, though, it's only going to be in the spring that they have these. So there's your other one. And finally, you can also look on eBay if you're looking for hatching eggs, although, you know, I sell on eBay and it's fine, but there's a lot of things that go on there. One other option is always eBay, especially if you're trying to buy hatching eggs. I sell on eBay, but I'm a little leery. I kind of want to know something about the person who's selling, so check the feedback. Make sure that they seem on the up and up. Anytime you're buying hatching eggs from someone you don't know, though, you just can't guarantee that you're going to get what they say you're going to get. So word of caution with that. But if you're just looking for chickens and you're looking for some layers and it doesn't really matter, that's a great way to go too. One final word of advice is definitely research what you want before you fall prey, as I call it. That's what happens to me when I go in the feed store and I see the bin of all the cute little chicks. Make sure you know what you're getting or what you're looking for. If you are looking for egg layers and they have Cornish cross there and they're so cute, and you take 6 of them home only to find out that they're meat chickens that need to be butchered in 8 weeks, you're gonna, not have a pleasant experience there. Or if you take ducks home, which is something I always want to do when I go in there, they require some different things. So make sure you do your research. Make sure that you know what you're getting and you get what you want. If you want egg layers, it's a good idea to look too on Hatchery, or just wherever, Google it or look on the Hatchery catalogs as to what breeds might fit your needs better and fit your climate better. So I'd love to hear in the comments where you get chicks, if there are things I haven't covered, and any advice you might have as far as picking your chicks out. And if you're thinking about getting chickens, they're really fun. I'd encourage you to do it. Thanks so much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of our videos.